Are you ready?
Take 3 Wrestling's live. We are here just trying to figure out if I can come up with a new intro for, to work with the music. So that one felt good. It is Thursday night, March the 26th, 2026. It is, and I hate to say this because Tim's going to get mad at me. So I'll rephrase this. It's bulk MLB opening day.
There we go.
Because nobody gives a shit about a Yankees game.
No, absolutely not. And here's the thing: I consider last night opening night because it's not. Right. It wasn't a day game.
I mean, it was a mid.
It was because it was out.
It was
west.
A mid-afternoon game out west, but it was opening night because it was 8:00 on the East Coast, which is where the team that's actually going to make the playoffs out of that matchup resides. So,
correct.
Get wrecked, nerds.
Yeah, get wrecked, nerds.
I'll also say, and I don't know if you watched. Did you watch the game last night on the Netflix?
I had it on. I was doing a pod thingy, but I at least had it on so I could see some of the haps.
So obviously, I'm in a chat with all the guys from baseball, and the one guy literally goes, "Wow, I didn't know I was watching NBA All-Stars Saturday night with these introductions."
Yeah, they were a little over the top.
And the ones that were dancing on the cab, they're like, great dance moves. The one girl was just looked like she was having a fucking seizure.
Yep. Yeah, that was
So we talked about that, and then one of them goes, "Oh shit, Bert Kreischer left his shirt on."
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Bert Chrysler out there in the fucking
McCovey Cove.
Out McCovey Cove.
I will say I thought it was cool, the introduction for both teams having something eccentric to do with their city. The Yankees coming out through the cabs, the Giants coming off of the trolley cars. Like, I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a nice touch. Cool that it happened once a year. Don't need that again for a while.
Right. And like, here's the thing, like that, I'm fine with that for opening night. I'm fine with that for the Field of Dreams game.
Yes.
Like these special event games. Yeah, I don't need it on a Tuesday afternoon when it's Orioles versus Rockies.
And the thing is opening night, obviously you get the formal introductions of both teams to the home crowd. It's the one game a year that each team will have that happen for sure. They're whatever road opener that they're on, if they're on the road in their home opener, they'll do the formal introductions.
Mm-hmm.
So like if that's one of two times that the Giants get formally introduced like that and it's on a stage like that, I'm okay with it. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to listen to the Yankees get introduced at least 2 more times because they'll probably make the playoffs because the rest of the American League is questionable at best.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit.
So, for those of you following along at home, welcome in. Talking baseball to start this thing. We're waiting to see if Joe shows up anytime soon.
He may show up.
When did StreamYard become a duck?
Oh, StreamYard was always a duck. They just changed the logo now.
So now he's wearing headphones.
Yeah, he's a duck wearing headphones.
I feel like there's
more subdued because he used to be like a big cartoon looking fucking mallard. Then it's got like that thing going on.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I will say there is probably one duck that would like to have a word with that duck. He resides in Eugene.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
There ain't enough duck around here for the two of us.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So we talked last week about starting the bracket. Peel back a couple of layers here of the what's going on in the life of host Mike Bernier. So we were going to do the bracket. Obviously, we had talked off air. Myself, Jim. I had mentioned obviously we are going to get the guys over from 3CT to come hang out with us and give me some nominations. And then my life kind of got turned upside down real quick on a Sunday night.
A little bit.
My wife and children were up at my in-law's house up about an hour from me, where I reside in Florida. I'm at work and I get a text message from my loving wife. Your daughter fell and she's hurt. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck me. I can't really leave work. So she takes her to the hospital. Fast forward, my youngest daughter has a broken collarbone.
Yeah, that's
That's kind of probably what it sounded like when she hit the ground.
oh my God.
Um,
She got the Tony Romo injury.
She probably took a better hit than Romo did, though.
You ain't kidding.
So she was trying to get away from a mosquito. Tumbled, landed shoulder first on some hardwood flooring.
Oh.
Yeah. Collarbone, kaputnik. So she is in a sling. So she's been home the last 4 days with me. So haven't had a lot of downtime to get through following up with you guys and trying to get Joe to even see if he can come up with one match, let alone 16, which I think will be a experiment all in its own.
Yeah.
So we push that back. We'll hopefully do that next week. I've got some downtime over the next couple days. I work tomorrow, but then I'm gonna go see a mouse about a castle.
Ooh.
So I can probably accomplish some stuff from the hotel room.
Yes.
So if I see anything cool, I'll send you some photos.
Yeah. Let me know.
We'll do. But yeah,
At the very
so
least, they have those little the little mini trash can gimmicks.
yes, I'll see if we can find those.
Yeah, I'd like to grab a couple of them.
Roger that. I'll see what I can accomplish. I still have that box of stuff, the John Cena last match stuff
Oh
that I
shit!
haven't sent
Yeah,
you either.
I forgot about that stuff.
I did too. I need to get your address so I can send that when we get back from Disney. I'll do that this week.
Copy.
Yeah, I literally was like, I have shit for him, and I go, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Well, that's all right. You know where
welcome to life.
Worst comes to worst, I'll be down there in the end of November.
Worst case, it'll be sent to you long before then. So yeah, we will run the bracket. I know it'll be past March, but that is a bracket that I feel like if we do over the next couple of weeks, we can still get it done as we preview WrestleMania, because that's rapidly around the corner.
Yeah, we're coming down here. It's
27 days.
Yeah, something like that. So this weekend's 28. It's
26 days.
It's 3 weeks from this Saturday.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's like 22 days away at this point.
Buddy, that kind of came out of nowhere.
You ain't kidding.
I guess while we wait for Joe, because we talked about this a little bit, last week. You guys talked about it a little bit tonight. The Gunther and what are we doing with him?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to tiptoe the line of, is he even going to be on the show?
There's certainly I guess a chance that he's not.
I mean, if we go over to our good pals over here at cagematch.com, .net, because they're a fairly reputable source. I only have to go to like page 37 to get to where the show is, because they keep track of all of the fucking shows over there that they're having that weekend. Saturday night WrestleMania. This is what's been announced so far on the Saturday card, according to Cage Match. Now, take all that with a grain of salt. AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Stephanie Vaquer, Liv Morgan, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. WrestleMania Sunday, Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Each show has 3 match on it. So if we're using WWE logic, the most matches that each card will have is 7.
Right.
That's 14 matches. That means we have 6. That means there's 8 matches left to be determined. You're going to get Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. I think that's a foregone conclusion after what happened on Monday Night on Raw.
Yeah.
Whether they're involved in a triple threat match with Penta and that's your IC title match because of it, sure. I think you're getting Carmelo Hayes in the US title in some way, shape, or form on this show. I think if Tiffany Stratton beats Ulia Gulia tomorrow night on SmackDown, I think that title gets on. Its first BLE ever. That leaves you 5 matches. I think if Braun Breaker gets cleared, I think you obviously get him versus Seth.
Yeah.
So that leaves us 4 matches. The women's tag title match will probably be on there because you're going to get the Irresistible Forces versus the Bella Twins versus Charlexa versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're down to 3 matches. And let's just say in a hypothetical world, Penta's going to have an IC title match if it's not Dom and Finn.
Right.
So you got 2 matches left. I mean, we're running into there's probably going to be a celebrity match of some sort on this show.
Yeah, probably.
And you mean to tell me that you're not going to put Jimmy and Jey Uso in a tag match against somebody on this show, whether it's the Vision, whether it's a multi-person tag match? I mean, your only hope is that Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio is a triple threat with Penta for the IC title, and then you have 1 match.
Right.
Like, we're tiptoeing in a world where Gunther may not have a spot on this show because there may not be a spot on this show.
And like, here's the thing. I certainly understand wrestling fans' concerns and the reason why they're like, how the hell does this dude not end up on WrestleMania? But for me, maybe this is just me, but like this dude has had, a pretty huge run over the last year. Like post Jey Uso beating him at WrestleMania, the dude's retired Oldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles. So like, yeah, probably should be on WrestleMania. But if the rumor and innuendo is true and he's supposed to face Rey Mysterio is surprisingly hurt for the first time in his career.
What?
I know, right? I would rather them not just throw a match together for Gunther. You just not have him on the card. Then, here's a match: Gunther versus Grayson Waller. Like, what? What? You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like everybody's like, well, it's just malpractice, blah blah blah. I'm like, look, it's clear they had a match. The guy who was supposed to wrestle is hurt. Every other big player is either tied up in something or is also hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like the WWE roster is just saddled with injury right now. So like, because like somebody was like, hey, well, they should put him against LA Knight. I'm like, you mean the guy that has a golf ball full of liquid on his left elbow right now? That LA Knight, like remember John Cena's big elbow ball? It's rivaling that, bro. Like,
hey, remember when CM Punk went home because he had a big ball of something on his back and wasn't seen for like
right.
35 years?
Like, here's the deal. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just like a slight injury, a little bit of fluid, it's going away.
Sure.
What if it is a staph infection? Okay, so cool. We're gonna do the next 3.5 weeks building up Gunther LA Knight for it to not happen.
Yeah,
Then
can't wait.
you're gonna complain about that as well. Like, well, they should have just had the match anyway. Okay. Well, then LA Knight develops a fucking
MRSA, and they got to
MRSA
fucking take a
and loses
finger.
his elbow. Like, get fucked, man. Like, it stinks. It does. It stinks that a guy who's had such a huge run is probably not going to be on the show or may not be on the show. Now, there's a post today that said he's going to have a huge part in Mania, so it still remains to be seen, I suppose. But like, come on, man, use your like. People would actually be more mad. It's Gunther versus Kit Wilson. Congratulations. Here's a Mania match. Come on. You know better than that. Big match or no match? I'd rather have no match. If you can't have a big match.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not fighting, and I think the real bad part here is, and hand up accountability. I'm part of the problem when it comes to this. They built this up as this. He's the career killer, so obviously he's going to kill somebody's career on the biggest stage of them all, right? And then it was allegedly supposed to be Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not saying this because I feel this way. Wouldn't be surprised if Rey Mysterio is fabricating the severity of his injury because he wants Dominic Mysterio to actually be the one that retire him, not Gunther. I don't know. Maybe he wants to give the rub to his son.
Right.
Um, but there ain't anyone else that's really walking out that door right now and retiring.
Right. Now, I have seen some mild speculation that RVD on like a podcast this week said like he'd be down to return for a match. Okay, cool. What are you going to do an open challenge? You have RVD come out and get his arms ripped off and clubbed to death with him?
I would much rather Wade Barrett come out in the middle of the ring and restart the League of Nations with Gunther, El Grande Americano, Rusev, and somebody else than watch fucking 57-year-old Rob Van Dam get Mortal Kombated by fucking Gunther.
Like, unless, and for the record, this is purely for humor's sake. This is not me wanting this to actually happen. It I would literally you literally need to kill Rob Van Dam if you're going to
Yes.
do this. Not
There,
figuratively, not bury him, kill him in the ring.
yeah. He's got to have his arms literally ripped off of him and just beaten to a bloody pulp with said arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Gunther just needs to squeeze his head until it actually blows up. Like there's no world where this makes logistically any sense of what the hell is going to happen here. I'm all in on this thought process, but I don't think there's a shot in hell that this happens.
No, I don't think so either.
You know, if you sit here and you start thinking about, oh, who could it be? I like I said, I don't know that there is anyone.
Yeah.
You already had an open challenge for this WrestleMania. It was by Brock Lesnar, and it was answered by Obafemi. Are we going to do another one?
Right.
I don't know. I'm kind of dumbfounded with what we're doing here with some of this stuff. I don't know that there is a move here for Gunther to get on this show because I still think there's a world where we're getting at least the first segment of El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano.
I hope so.
I don't know that it's the mass versus mass match. I've kind of talked myself back off of that one over the last week, but I think there's a world where we at least maybe they're the triple threat match with Penta. Maybe it's the two of them,
Maybe.
Penta, Phoenix, somebody else in a 5 or 6 way ladder match for the title. And maybe that leads to one of the Americanos winning the Intercontinental title. And maybe it's mask versus title.
Ooh.
Something like that. Especially because Chad Gable's big gimmick whenever he decided to go under the mask of El Grande Americano, allegedly,
Allegedly.
was that he could not win the Intercontinental title.
Correct.
So if you have El Grande Americano win the Intercontinental title and rub it in OG face, if OG is Chad Gable, allegedly, then maybe that's a route that you take where it's OG putting his mask on the line against El Grande Americano for the Intercontinental title at one of the AAA Mania shows.
That would be fun.
Because I do think that there is a world where you could have OG win the title from El Grande, and El Grande can then move on to take on Dominic Mysterio, because I do think that that's the person that wins the AAA title from Dom Mysterio. Especially since he's such a face over there in Mexico.
Yes.
Joe's here.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
You came in to the tail end of our conversation. We were killing some time. I've now live in a world where Gunther is not going to be in a match at WrestleMania.
It's definitely looking like a thing. I really, and I'm okay with it.
And then I am in a world where I believe that we get segment one of the Grande Americanos. Maybe not the mass versus mass match, but I do think we get something between the two of them at WrestleMania.
Wait, but you hear me?
Yep.
You really don't think Gunther's gonna get a match?
We literally just listed off matches, and I don't know that there's a match that makes sense for him to be in.
Okay. I will agree that there's probably no match that makes sense for him to be in.
But we started doing the math on the matches that realistically are going to be on this show, and we started running out of space.
Okay.
So there's 6 matches already on the show. We said 14 matches total, so that left 8 matches. I said you're going to get Finn versus Dom. Penta having an IC title multi-man match. I think the men's US title finds a way to get on this show between Trick, Carmelo, and Dragon Nuts. The women's tag title, the Bellas, the Irresistible Forces, the Bella Twins, Charlexa, and Bailey and Lyra.
Okay.
I had, if Tiffany Stratton wins the US title tomorrow night on SmackDown, I think she defends the title on the show. Because I don't know how you leave Tiffany off of it if she's a champion of any sort.
Right. And if she just won it 3 weeks before the show.
Okay, wait. Do you think that Gunther will at least be on the show, though?
I think he'll make an appearance.
Like, okay. Because in my head, you can probably work something with him still involving like AJ Styles in the Hall of Fame and all that. Like, even if it's just spitballing here, okay? But let's say you get to the segment of the night where they're doing all the Hall of Famers at Mania, They're strolling out cavalcade of AARP members onto the stage, and welcome, welcome, and then of course What None comes on, and AJ Styles comes out, and he does his whole thing. Never been done before at a WrestleMania. Here, my idea. What if his music gets interrupted by Gunther?
Ooh.
And Gunther comes walking down to the ring and is just like, or since it's such a long, thing, maybe he doesn't go to the ring, or maybe he comes out he was already down by the ring somehow, wrestling magic, whatever. But
Oh, sure.
gets into the ring and is just like, why are we all standing here honoring someone who I defeated into retirement? And then you get AJ to go down to the ring. I don't know how, but AJ ends up getting the upper hand. I think you go WrestleMania moment. So like it ends with AJ like chasing Gunther off and like putting a final pin in that whole thing. But I don't like it's basically almost like what we could have done on the night of AJ Styles like retirement ceremony in Atlanta or
Wow.
wherever it was. Right. Like same kind of idea. And again, like I said, like they've never done it before. You've never had somebody interrupt the Hall of Fame's introduction part of WrestleMania to be like, yo, fuck that bitch. So like it could at least be a moment for Gunther, even if he doesn't get an actual match.
I could see something like that. I know on 3CT, like Tim hypothesized that um you get kind of a la AEW lights out, like, Gunther versus Uncle Allen, um, not AJ Styles, um, sort of a deal. Or um and I said, and I was like, we talked it out, and it's like we hope this doesn't happen, because what he did at 38 was the perfect stamp, like on the outside of the envelope to like seal a great career. But like Gunther comes out and just starts bashing all the old guys, and then the glass breaks. Because like if he's not going to have like a match proper, right? Like he's not going to actually have a WrestleMania match. If he's going to be on the show at all, it's got to be WrestleMania moment ish.
Mm-hmm.
So like glass breaks, so, something fucking Mark from Texas, wrestling's actual Undertaker at this point. Um Maybe comes out and does a face by face or something, but because you can't insult the guys that he's personally putting into the Hall of Fame.
That's
Uh,
perfect.
you know,
Dude, I love that. I love that. Like, right, AJ doesn't even have to leave the stage.
yeah,
Undertaker
like
disappears
Mark
and
Mark from
choke
Texas comes
slam.
to collect. Like,
That's great. And considering, right, like all the history with Undertaker and AJ and the fact that Taker, like you said, brings everyone into the Hall of Fame now.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like honestly, like I love that. I'm down for that.
My favorite example of wrestling fans just being like fickle as shit is, for years I remember them, like I remember people complaining that they showed like the Hall of Fame like announcement or like montages for the superstars too many times in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania. Now this past week, somebody was complaining that we don't get those anymore in the weeks leading up. Like we just get the Undertaker. I'm like, so they literally took like a complaint that you had and changed it, so you then see like the induction video like one time on social media and then at the ceremony, and now you're mad that like they're doing the thing that you asked them to do. I'm like, stop this. Stop getting mad when they do what you want them to do.
My only issue with this, I think Gunther needs a moment where he stands triumphant.
That yeah, that's fair, especially because
His last two WrestleMania matches, he's lost the longest reigning Intercontinental run of all time, and he's lost the world title.
well, that is true.
I mean, that's valid, but I don't know. Call me. Call me maybe too old school in this thinking, but I still feel like WrestleMania is the place where the bad guys lay down and the good guys stand up.
I see your point, and I'm going to counter you with the 1 in 21 and 1.
Yeah, I get it. I do get Joe. I get your point, but I see where Mike's coming from because, and especially coming off of the post WrestleMania last year that Gunther has had. He's literally retired Oldberg and then John Cena and then AJ Styles. So like for me,
and finished runner up in the Royal Rumble after retiring.
That's true.
Uncle Allen.
For me, if they're going to have him on the show, I would like to see him. If he's important enough to get on the show, I think he does kind of need to upper hand it a bit. And if that means fucking Crane Kenny kicking the Undertaker in the face, then so be it.
I have no problem with AJ coming out and doing his bow to the crowd on Saturday night. You hit the music, he comes out on the stage, he does his thing, all of a sudden, wow! Put him in the chokehold. Fucking sneak up behind him, choke him out on the stage. Have somebody who is a AJ Styles fan or an old friend or something like that, because of everybody going to be in town for WrestleMania that weekend, have them come out and have Gunther take them on Sunday while they try to defend AJ's fucking honor.
Yeah.
Match can be 4 fucking minutes. He can go in there. He can powerbomb Javon Evans 36 times, hit him with a fucking clothesline, fucking walk out of the ring. I'm just of the point now where Gunther is tiptoeing a line, especially at WrestleMania, where it goes, oh, here comes another loss. He just feels like the guy who's always going to lose now.
Right. I
don't know. It doesn't.
You know what they could do?
Yeah.
So Saturday night, Gunther, like AJ Styles does his Uncle Allen gimmick. He's bowing to the crowd, this, that, and the other. The other Hall of Famers powder out, and the music's still playing, and then Gunther's music hits. And comes out and he's bashing AJ Styles, trying to get him to agree to one more tomorrow, one more. And AJ's doing the, nah, man, I'm done, I'm retired, I'm a man of my word. Hung up my boots, hung up my gloves. There's somebody that's kind of nearing retirement that has had a long and storied history with AJ Styles that could come to his aid. Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura tries to avenge him, ends up losing and maybe potentially retiring himself on WrestleMania Sunday.
There's one other, I'm not going to say it's logical, but it's a thought process.
Okay.
It's going to be better than whatever I'm about to pitch after you're done. Because I got something.
Well, we live in a world where we don't know if a certain person is going to be medically cleared.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know that there's one thing that Paul Heyman is really good at.
Eating burgers.
Business decisions.
Curtis Axel.
Gunther, come fight Seth Rollins. And when Braun Breaker wins the WWE Championship from Roman Reigns, you're the number 1 contender.
Ooh.
And you get a Seth Rollins v. Gunther match on one of the nights of WrestleMania.
Interesting.
I mean, that would actually make some level of sense, considering clearly Heyman was ready to send somebody after Seth. Sends out Brock, but then Obafemi is like, LOL, remember you had an open challenge, so sorry. and now Seth still needs somebody, right? Like that. That actually makes a lot of logical sense from a storyline
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah,
That's if, of course, Braun doesn't get cleared.
Which at this point kind of seems the case.
I haven't heard much, so I don't know.
yeah, but
They
yeah,
could be keeping it under wraps so that it's a surprise, but who knows?
right.
Okay, or so my idea. Gunther comes out and he challenges AJ Styles and he says TNA sucks. And then everyone in the back who ever worked for TNA comes out and just fucking curb stomps Gunther. And it ends with them chanting LOL TNA.
Well,
You got Abyss, you got Bobby Roode, James Storm might be back there somewhere. I heard he's just walking around catering. Frankie Kazarian shows up on Tuesdays sometimes. Like, we can do this.
I can't wait to watch Joe Hendry.
Right, there you go. You got Joe Hendry.
I will say the Gunther thing makes a lot of sense, but I do think Seth Rollins might be fighting somebody else at WrestleMania.
Who?
Well, there's a certain person who's going to have a part of an NXT title match in a week or two, right before WrestleMania. A certain man that's full of his own ego.
oh,
I could see Ethan Page losing that match being done in NXT, and Paul Heyman pull the "I'm bringing someone to fight you, but I ain't telling you who,"
okay. I'm
and
intrigued by that.
it ended up being the newest member of the Vision, All Ego Ethan Page.
Can
Yeah,
we agree though? We're probably not in a world where Seth Rollins is fighting either Logan Paul or Austin Theory, right?
I think they're involved in the tag title picture of some way, shape, or form.
yeah.
Okay.
Tim said that they're going to win the titles on Monday. I don't even think that's a title match.
I
According
think
to
it is
Cage
a
Match,
title match.
it didn't say so because I mean,
The show in Brooklyn.
the Garden maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe MSG. I think it is a title match. I thought I saw that online too.
Oh,
Let's
then
see.
social media sucks.
Street fight for the World Tag Team Championships. Usos defend against the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Women's tag team title match, Irresistible Forces defend against Bailey and Lyra. Then you have
Anyway,
Io versus Raquel, and Brock Lesnar will be there.
I cut half of those people off my rosters.
Yes, you did.
I definitely cut Io thinking that she didn't have a match. I'm pretty sure I cut Lash Legend too.
I think you might have.
Cool. It is my pick, so I guess I can go pick him back
I was
up.
saying you get it right back.
So,
Um,
all right. So our actual topics for tonight.
yeah.
Joe, do you actually have a topic?
Nah.
Buff Bagwell apparently made an appearance on TNA tonight.
Cool. He could beat up Gunther too.
Yeah, he could. He could.
Is that with his good leg or his Lieutenant Dan? You got new legs.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, I'd probably use the prosthetic.
That's what I thought. It wouldn't break.
It'd be more effective.
Definitely
damage.
more sturdy. Yeah.
More
More
damage.
damage. All right. So I guess let's shift over to AEW real quick because my topic is not necessarily, but is timeless.
Oh, wait. Before we get there, yeah, my topic tonight is what do we think Gunther's going to do at WrestleMania? So,
Sick.
Love it. What a great
yeah,
top.
awesome. There we go. Okay, sorry, Mike. What were you saying?
The internet is a blaze right now with the impending rumors of Timeless Toni Storm is going to be out of action for the remainder of 2026, and I sit here and obviously they don't think it's injury related. I don't know if it's burnout. I don't know if it's wear and tear. I don't know if she's pregnant. All of those things have been rumored over the interwebs. Um, I guess this is like a multi-part question. We'll start with the one that I think is going to be a little bit more long form here. You're Tony Khan. What do you do with your women's division now that your most overact and the most overact that you've ever had in your women's division is basically on the shelf for the rest of the year?
So, Jim, you want to take it first, or you
No,
want
go
me
ahead.
to?
Go ahead.
I actually think, in a way, this is almost a good thing for AEW because I feel like Tony has gotten to a point. Tony Storm, that is, with the I, has gotten to a point where she's just so above the women's division, like the difference in terms of skill level and popularity, definitely popularity between number 1 and number 2 in that division when Tony's number 1 is insane. It's honestly almost akin to where Rhea is in WWE. But at least I feel like you have 3 or 4 other women in WWE that are basically at Rhea's level, where it's not like she's Hulk Hogan anymore. I feel like Tony, in terms of popularity, is so far ahead of every other woman in the division. So, in a way, as long as it's a good reason that she's gone, because obviously, if it's some kind of injury or something, I feel bad about that. If it's something positive, if it's she just wanted some time off, if it's, she's with child, whatever the case may be, I think it's a win-win for everybody if that becomes the situation because it's going to force Tony Khan to make more women stars. It's going to force him to actually put a spotlight on a lot of the talent that they have. And the thing is, they have a talented women's division. They have some people that they've been highlighting recently that now can get highlighted even more that I think could be just as big, with the right character and the right takeoff and the crowd just getting behind them, that could be just as big as Tony if given the opportunity. So hopefully, what Tony Khan takes out of this moment is let me give these women the opportunity. Like, look, you don't need to go out there and hire somebody. Like, apparently, the whole Ronda Rousey thing it was a one-off appearance on Revolution.
Thank
We're
God.
not going to see her again, right? So, like, good. Like, we don't need to go hire Ronda Rousey. We don't need to go. We don't need to go try to find anybody else. I mean, hell, we have Sasha Banks. Like, she's around here somewhere. She's backstage somewhere. W- we can do something with the women that we have and actually make them matter. So, like I said, like in that way, like I kind of think it's a good thing.
Well, obviously, the way I obviously didn't say let's go hire a bunch of like free agents. I'm more concerned about what his plan is for the people that he has still at his disposal in front of him right now. I think that's the concern that I have, and I agree with you that obviously Toni Storm has gotten to herself to a point um, where she is at the biggest thing in this entire division, and it's not even close. I'm worried that now the bell's going to ring and the women's division is not going to be as good in ring. And AEW fans and wrestling fans are going to remember that a lot of this division is very green. So I guess my concern here is your current AEW women's champion is a spider, I think. She could be something else. I don't know. Um
Right. I'm
the
still not 100% sure what a Tekla is.
yeah,
It's like if Shakira got bit by a spider.
Yeah.
I didn't know hip slide, but okay. Um but my issue is Tekla's big opponent, since she's won the title, is the second most over face in the company right now, and Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
But that feud's done. You're now beating this thing into the ground if she fights for the title again. Your other big over face is your current TBS champion in Willow Nightingale. I don't know that there's a believable face to challenge Tekla right now.
Dude, I'm looking at courtesy of the SmackDownHotel.com. I'm looking over like the AEW women's roster.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
Is she like actually around? Is she not injured?
She got medically cleared. I know she's had at least a match or two in the last month.
Tekla 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was saying I know she's had at least 1 or 2 matches in the last month.
Like, now, granted, I this is with 100% transparency. I've watched very little AEW in the last 6 to 8 months, but like, none of the names on this page jump out to me as top of the card world title holders, especially of the people who are active, because your inactives right now, according to this, are Dr. Britt Baker, Emi Sakura, Hikaru Shida, Camille, Nyla Rose, Riho, Ruby Soho, Tay Mello,
Anna Jay.
Oh yes, they do have Anna Jay listed as a inactive. I missed that. But like looking over down the rest of this card, like, I mean, the one that jumps out to me, but she's spent 400,000 days as Ring of Honor Women's Champion, wrestling in front of 11 people on a show that 6 people subscribe to, Ring of Honor Plus, or whatever the hell it's called.
Honor Club, sir.
Honor Club is same difference, is Athena. Like, that's the name that sticks out to me. But like, does anybody who's like, you can't just bring her in and make her a main event star, because most of the people who are even watching your program don't know fuck all who she is.
I feel like what you need to do, well, not you, but what Tony needs to do, we need a 4-way for the women's title at the next pay-per-view. And here's the thing, and it might be an impossible task right now. I don't know. It needs to basically steal the fucking show. It needs to put 3 women on the map. Like, we need to walk out of that match going, holy shit, that was fucking awesome. I can't wait to see what this woman, and this woman do next. I don't know what that combination of women is. I don't know if it's even realistically possible in a world where your pay-per-view is also going to involve guys like Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page.
Oh, why is Mercedes Moné inactive on the AEW roster?
Good question.
Isn't she going around losing all of her other titles to the other promotions that she won them from?
Okay, so that yeah, well, that seems like a great idea when you have your biggest star missing.
I mean, I will say she started that excursion prior to Toni Storm being out of action. I'm not going to say Clarion that she was going to be out of action.
There is some rumor that this is maybe a planned absence, so maybe Tony probably should have thought about that one. But
correct,
Tony Khan, not Toni Storm. But
I mean,
this does almost feel like break glass. Let's get Mercedes back here. Sadly,
so when is, I don't even know that anyone knows. When is Forbidden Door Bangkok Dangerous?
Let me
June?
up here quick. It's usually in June.
Yeah, like June something or other.
All right, so if Thunder Rosa and Tekla feud until after Double or Nothing, what if it's a New Japan, the CMLLs, the AEWs, and the Ring of Honors in a fatal 4-way for the world title? You put Periscope or Paralegal Persephone, whatever the fuck her name is. You put somebody from New Japan, and you put Athena, who potentially you could then have drop the Ring of Honor world title to someone prior to this show, and then maybe she walks out of the fatal 4-way with the belt.
Yeah.
Because again, sometimes the people that have the belts don't need the belts. Looking at you, Mercedes Monet. But
Yes, you have Dynasty coming up April 12th, Double or Nothing May 24th. World's End is usually December. Forbidden Door usually is in June. And then you probably are Wrestle Dreams in October. So you're like after Double or Nothing, you have Forbidden Door and then All In. So probably
do we know what the women's title match is for Dynasty yet or no?
I don't believe so. Let me double check though. AW Dynasty 2026. Yeah, because that's not next weekend. The following. It's
before WrestleMania.
It is before WrestleMania. No, the 3 matches announced so far: Moxley versus Ospreay, FTR versus Cope and Cage for the tag titles, and MJF versus Kenny Omega for the world title.
Boy.
Yeah, that's a card that's happening.
Is there a world where we think Twinkle Toes McFingerbang wins the AEW world title?
Oh, shouldn't, but I mean, I guess it's possible. But yeah, I certainly don't think it should happen.
Makes sense. All right, so I guess my concern here is when like you looking at the women's division just now, and you're like, there ain't a lot here.
It's all mid carder. It's all mid carders, and like, if there was ever a time to figure out what we're doing with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD,
it has to be right now.
It has to be now. If you don't bring her back now, it's over. It's over. Now, granted, if there is some sort of long-standing injury, now she claims she is healthy and fine. But if there's not an injury that's keeping her out, and you don't bring her back now when your women's division needs her, it's over, bro. It's over.
Period. Yeah, no, you guys aren't wrong about that. This is a very break glass in case of emergency situation. If you're not breaking the glass, then what are you doing with it?
Yeah.
If you ain't breaking the glass to bring her back right now, you need to break the glass and let her go. So if she wants to go to WWE, she can.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not doing anything with her, unless this is Britt Baker wanting time off to work on her dentist practice and all of that stuff, which we're not behind it. We're not behind those closed doors. We don't know. There is a possible world where I know they technically weren't together for some time, but maybe she's helping Adam Cole get himself back into being a healthy individual again.
Yeah.
All of those are possibilities. But sitting back and thinking about like what they do with the women's division, there are acts that could go out there and have good to decent matches with Tekla. Then there are characters that would probably be an entertaining build, but then the bell's gonna ring. Looking at you, Harley Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that there's a world where I think, like, I'm concerned, and it's not for the wrestlers themselves, because I think they can go out and put on just fine matches. I think Tony can figure out who to have feud for the titles. That's not my concern. My concern is, oh look, the bell's gonna ring, and they're not gonna be as good as Toni Storm is in ring. The character work is not going to be as good as Toni Storm's is. I'm concerned that when Toni Storm comes back, there ain't going to be anybody on the roster that's good enough for her to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
You're obviously going to have the angle for who it was that left her in a bloody pulp in her locker room. Looking at you, Mina Shirakawa. I just, she was at the top of her game in the biggest feud, in the biggest women's feud in probably wrestling in the last 5 years. She's been the most overact in the entire company for the last 2 years. She's earned this vacation, whatever the reason behind it is, support it 100,000%. She's earned this break. She's earned this vacation. I'm just worried that when she comes back, unless she comes back, and maybe this is something, and this was part of the next part of the question that I was going to ask. What if Timeless Toni Storm is dead?
Like this is the end of the character.
What if she never comes back as Timeless Toni Storm? Because what else is there to do with Timeless Toni Storm?
I do feel like the character has cooled off with the audience.
Oh, really?
I a little bit. Like, and you certainly don't want to run the risk of it getting and feeling stale because of how important the character has been. Give her the opportunity to reinvent herself by the time she returns.
It's kind of what my
creative freedom.
That's what I was going to say, because she's the best wrestler in ring in that women's division that's there right now, probably not named Thunder Rosa.
Correct.
We put Tekla in that conversation because she's proven to be a very good in-ring competitor.
Very good in-ring competitor. The jokes about what a Tekla is aside, very good in the ring.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
The bell rings we're all fans of the in-ring performance. So if you're putting Toni Storm in a very narrow top 3 class of 3, whatever the order is personal preference at that point. Maybe she has to come back and be a different character.
Yeah.
Because at this point, there will be wrestlers who possibly get released, possibly contracts expire, and end up showing up on AEW television. Toni Storm joined and became Timeless Toni Storm as a heel.
Correct.
Yeah.
Got so over with the crowd that they made her a face. I don't know that you can naturally just make her a heel again. Not in that character.
Throw your hat at the TV, Mike. Ovechkin hat trick.
Yeah. So, if Toni Storm and if the timeless version of Toni Storm has wrapped up, when she comes back, because she is going to come back. First off, is it heel or face? Second off, do you think she comes back as Timeless or in a different character? Third, do you think she goes right back into the title picture?
Ultimately, I think she will come back as Timeless Toni Storm. If I'm booking it, I'm giving her the creative direction to come up with something different, or at least change the time period of Timeless Toni Storm at the very least.
So maybe she goes from black and white to
Technicolor.
Technicolor.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
They do the scene in like Wizard of Oz.
Oh my god.
He she comes
That
walking
might be
out.
the most incredible way to have her return, by the way.
I
We're
mean
not
that
we're not in Kansas
TBS
anymore, Toto.
definitely has the rights to anything Wizard of Oz. So
correct. And yeah, I feel like she's in that, like, think back to like the Attitude Era, like Austin Rock, Triple H,
yeah,
like any of the, you guys spend 6 months away, you come back, you're in the title picture. Yeah, absolutely. I think she's locked into it.
And I guess my last question is, let's say that she is definitely out through All In London. You're Tony Khan. When you bring her back, who you have her go after? Besides the person that jumped her.
Sure. I mean, who is champion at that point? Like, are we assuming it's still Tekla in this scenario?
That's up to you to figure out how you want to.
Honestly, I find a way. I almost want to find a way to get Mercedes the belt.
That would be All In.
Yeah, and then have Tony going either her or Jamie Hayter. Is Jamie Hayter even a thing right now?
Yeah, she's with the Brawling Birds with her and Alex Windsor.
Okay.
They're probably going to feud with Cross and Bane after Dynasty.
Okay.
If I had to guess, that would probably be your tag feud for the back half of to get towards All In. I mean, honestly, break glass in case of emergency. Jamie Hayter going right into the world title picture. Same with Alex Windsor. At least you're going to get good wrestling matches.
Well, true. Yeah.
They could have each other's back in singles matches, but like, at least you're going to get good matches if you put them out there. That's
right.
I think right now. I think a women's division like that. I think that has to be your goal, is good matches, because good matches will get over questionable characters or questionable booking decisions.
Right. Agreed.
As for answering who I think I would have her go after, I don't know that there's a definitive answer unless we find out who it is that attacked her. And if who is attacked her is a newly recharged heel Britt Baker, then yeah, Britt Baker versus Toni Storm may overtake Mariah May versus Toni Storm as the best women's feud in AEW history.
Very well could. Very well could.
Joe, you got anything?
not about this, but so while we've been talking, I did the time honored tradition of putting on a wrestling show.
Ooh.
Putting it on mute. I went with. I'm not gonna play guess the show.
Oh man.
Sorry. I went with Judgment Day 2002, and I just want to say we were fucking spoiled back in the day, and I feel like we didn't appreciate it because this show just casually started with like a 4-star Rob Van Dam versus Eddie Guerrero IC title match.
Okay.
Just like, here's the first match on Judgment Day, like, and now apparently it's Stacy Keibler and Trish Stratus, which would probably do something for all you guys, but I'm
I
okay.
was gonna say I don't necessarily hate the idea of that.
Right? You're like, oh wow, so from a 4-star match to a 5-star match.
It's like you said, Judgment Day of what year this was? This?
Yeah.
2002.
As I'm searching on Netflix for this matchup.
And now Reverend Devon and Deacon Batista are coming down
Oh
to the
God.
ring.
Wow, I forgot that was
So that's a SmackDown only show.
It must be a SmackDown only show. I did
Has
not
to
even
be.
realize that.
Yeah.
So back to something before we get to the last topic. I was thinking about the AJ Styles coming out and Gunther choking him out again.
Mhm.
What if the person that comes out and like pulls Gunther off and wrestles him on Sunday is none other than Chris Jericho?
That could work.
Very well could work.
Jericho randomly shows up, tries to get him off of AJ. You want to try to end someone's career, try to end mine. That's your match on Sunday.
Okay, don't hate that. Don't hate that either. Don't hate that either. Yeah, I have a quick game, WrestleMania related game.
Let's go.
So real simple, just kind of what first pops into your brain sort of a game. But what WrestleMania do you think of when you hear the name blank?
Before you go there, just want to point out, I think this is a dual branded pay-per-view because Bubba Ray just came out as well.
Bubber.
He's in one girl's corner and the other two are in the other girl's corner because so I think this is like a Raw versus SmackDown match.
Maybe it's the Dudley Invitational.
Oh my god. Okay, game. Let's
I
game.
actually have to look that up. Use Judgment Day 02.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if that is actually a Dudley Invitational because that sounds like something that would actually be a thing. No, it's just a singles match for the women's title. Trish Stratus with Bubba Ray. Trish Stratus versus Stacy Keibler with Deacon Batista and Reverend Devon. Yeah.
Tony should sign Stacy Keibler.
Oh.
Make me care about AEW, please. Holy hell. Do you want to hear the rest of this card that's in front of you, Joe?
Yes, sure. No way I'm watching the whole thing, so.
Now the match after this seems laughable. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman defeat the Hardy Boys in 4 minutes.
I fucking remember that match.
But
Crowd went wild.
then the last 4 out of the last 5 matches on the card just seem unreal. Stone Cold Steve Austin defeats Big Show and Ric Flair in a handicap match.
The fuck?
Edge versus Kurt Angle in a hair versus hair match.
That's a classic. Wait, that's on this show?
That's on that show. Triple H defeats Chris Jericho in a Hell in a Cell match for no title or anything, just a Hell in a Cell match. Because why the fuck not?
That's the one where they end up on top of the Hell in a Cell and like he does the walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
All I remember about that match.
Rico and Rikishi defeat Billy and Chuck to become the new tag champions in 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
So that's the one where Rico is still in their corner and then gets super oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? I'm gonna do it.
And then the Undertaker defeats Hollywood Hulk Hogan for the undisputed WWE championship.
Oh, so Hogan came into this as the champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and he came into it on the back of Undertaker's truck.
Yeah, because this is post WrestleMania where Triple H wins the belts. They unveil the new one.
Yeah.
He loses the next month to Hogan. And then Hogan loses to Undertaker.
And then Taker loses to Brock, and that's whenever we bring back 2 world's titles.
Yep.
And they had to make a bigger version of the new title because
the biggest gold belt. Because
the 10-inch undisputed championship looked ridiculous on Brock Lesnar. So they had to make I think it was a 14-inch because I actually had owned the replica of the new undisputed title.
I like that belt.
That was a fun belt. That was
one of
my favorite designs.
Me too.
Did. All right. So what WrestleMania do you think of when you hear these names? So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 12.
Okay.
I'll go Joe and then Mike.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley.
36.
Okay. Mike.
All of them.
Okay.
COVID.
36. Yeah.
Yep. That's a match that got more than one male forced to sleep on their couch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That one. But that because my brother tuned in, and he's like, his girlfriend was like, "The hell are you watching on her television?" Because it was just very grunty.
Yeah.
You know what? I might watch that instead of Judgment Day after this. Um, Jim Neidhart.
Oh, WrestleMania 6.
Okay.
I hope they had a match on that one.
I believe they did.
I think they had a really good match on that one, actually.
WrestleMania 4.
Okay. Um, Dustin Rhodes.
12.
That's to me, that's the right answer for sure. That backlot brawl is still so much better than any business being.
Yeah, that's the only acceptable answer.
Yes, sir. Bobby Lashley.
Bob.
Oh, okay. WrestleMania 37.
Bobby.
I'm pretty sure that's the only time he's defended the world title at a WrestleMania, and probably will be the
Probably.
only time he defends the world title at a
Probably.
WrestleMania.
It's the one and only.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. I think it's 24.
Okay.
Hair versus hair. Billionaire versus billionaire.
Is it 24 or 25? 24. It might have been 24.
I think it's 24.
That's a strong answer as well. Becky Lynch.
What's the one with her, Charlotte, and
35.
unfortunately Ronda? Yeah. First main event, like first women's main event. You know, it's
Yeah.
hard to not think of that one.
I will also take 35.
Yeah. Kevin Owens.
Oh, it's him versus Stone Cold, night one on, what was it, 39?
38.
38? Okay.
I'll take the 39 night one main event. Him and Sammy versus the Usos.
Yeah, those are pretty much the two I would have figured you would have ended up on. JBL.
I don't remember which WrestleMania it is, but the one where he lost to Rey Mysterio in like 10 seconds.
It's like 20,
And then quit.
Yeah, and then literally quit.
is that like 23 or something?
It was, yeah, it's in early 20s. We didn't go to it. It
That was, I
wasn't.
think, during the time I wasn't really watching wrestling.
I was, and it's pre 27 because it's not one that Mike and I went to either.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 20. It may have been 24. It may have been WrestleMania goes Hollywood.
Okay.
Arn Anderson is currently on my screen, but he does not have the blicky with him.
Does he
Black.
Does he have a gun? Black.
WrestleMania 21, was that the one?
Might have been.
I'm looking right now. No, that was the one where John Cena beat him for the world title.
Right.
That'll be my choice because I remember that match very well.
That's fair.
22 maybe? Was that the one where he lost?
It might have been 24. It might have been, was it Hollywood?
He definitely beat Chris Benoit to retain to win the US title. Can't talk about that guy.
No. Can't be saying that.
Not Crispin. Oh, and by the way, Bobby Lashley versus Umaga was 23.
Gotcha.
Bobby.
You manga. The Miz.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, it's 27, right? Like, it's not his best match. No, you know what? Best WrestleMania match Miz was ever in. So the one that actually came to mind for me was the one with him versus Seth versus Finn Balor in the opening match for, I think it was the US title.
Yeah. That was 34, I think.
Yeah, great fucking match.
WrestleMania 25 in Houston is where JBL lost in 21 seconds.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Was that one with the Finn and Miz and Seth? Was that the one where Finn had like the rainbow trunks and everybody
Yes.
was like, is this dude gay?
Yes. Yeah, he was
Everybody
giving to
was like,
our community.
Yeah, it was like everybody I think was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, we all got very hopeful for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, he's bringing a lot to the club, literally.
I mean, to be fair, there's only one other time that I've actually literally seen Joe almost pass out from a man's set of ring gear.
Yeah.
That was Summerfest, New York, when Seth Rollins came out in the all white, and him and the kid that was sitting next to me were like arguing over whose man that was. And I was just like,
I mean, look,
I don't even I don't think I won that argument.
I don't think you did either.
Defense, if you're going to almost pass out at two wrestlers' ring gears, those are strong contenders.
Those are strong contenders. I'm just saying.
I'm not denying it. I just somehow was like, how did I end up in the middle of a gay fight for
over Seth Rollins?
I didn't sign up for this.
I didn't sign the waiver.
Yeah, I'm not the referee for this.
The answer to the Miz question is WrestleMania 32, the ladder match won by Zack Ryder.
Oh, good one. I was going to say 35, where his dad put up the Dukes against old Shano. Seth Rollins. Now that we were just talking about Seth.
31, no question asked.
I feel like that's the easy answer.
It is the easy answer.
So I will go 38, the return of the American Nightmare.
Okay, that's a good one. Some would say last year is a strong contender for Seth.
Absolutely.
The
night that he had at WrestleMania 40. Like the 2 nights.
The
tag match. I know he lost the title, and then the Shield
both nights.
But then the Shield stuff at the end.
Yeah.
Yo, props to the person in 2002 who had a sign that said, "The next big thing, Heyman's belly."
Like Seth, like I understand Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, but if you start to think about it, Seth
Rollins is
like this generation's Mr. WrestleMania because
100%
heist of the century. He had the match with Triple H. He had a banger with Kevin Owens at the Pandemic one.
Mm-hmm.
He had
Cody at 38.
Cody at 38. Yeah, I mean, dude,
the stuff at 40.
35. He had the opener with Brock.
Yep.
When did he fight Logan Paul? Even that was a good match.
That was 37, I think.
Okay.
That was the half fans WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Seth Rollins' WrestleMania roster is pretty fucking loaded.
I feel like he has maybe about the same win-loss record as Shawn Michaels has also.
He might. Actually, I should look that up as well.
Journalisms.
I will do journalism on that. Next one, speaking of Shawn Michaels.
Ooh, Shawn Mike. You know what? It's Mania 12. It's the boyhood dream coming true. Like
Seth is 8-6 at WrestleManias.
Okay.
And Shawn?
2-14.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Shawn Michaels is out here like, if I had as many WrestleMania wins as I have eyes that could see you.
Jesus.
My goodness.
There it is.
Once this site opens up. But yeah, Shawn Michaels.
I mean, I think I'm going to go WrestleMania 25, the first match against The Undertaker. But I think even the 26 where he retires is a good answer as well.
Okay. Shawn Michaels, 17 WrestleManias, 6-11.
Wow.
I said 2-11, so I mean, I guess I was close.
Yeah, you had the back number right. Kane. That's got to be Kane.
That's gotta be Kane.
Whew. It's a rough one. Mania 20, him versus Undertaker.
Okay.
I'll go 17, the hardcore title match that almost destroyed
I
all
love
of
that
Astrodome.
match. I love that match. I'm so sad I didn't think of that one first.
Oh, here's a bummer. AJ Styles fell one short of double-digit WrestleMania matches. At
Boo.
least possibly. Here's a wild thing though. Looking at everybody who's had double-digit WrestleManias, the majority of them
Losing records.
have losing records. So Kurt Angle 4-6, JBL 3-7, Sheamus 4-7, Macho Man 7-4. He had a winning record. McIntyre 5-6, Cody 3-8, The Rock, of course, 7-5. Hogan, of course, 8-3-1. Brock is an even 6-6. Roman, naturally, 9-4. Kofi Kingston 3-10. The Miz 5-8-1. Jericho 5-9. Bret Hart 8-6. A damn Copeland, a 9-5. Seth Rollins 8-7. Rey Mysterio 9-6.
Oh, Rey Mysterio.
Paul White, the Big Show, 15 WrestleManias, 4-11. Shawn Michaels 6-11.
And one of those losses is to Akibono.
Yep. Kane 8-9. John Cena 11-6. Randy Orton 9-11. That there's a bad Legend Killer joke there. Triple H and 13. Of course, then the Undertaker 25-2. So yeah, a lot of losing records there in the top. We got through Kane, right, for this one?
Yeah.
Last one, Triple H.
Triple H Mania 17.
Okay. Great match.
Great, one of my favorite all-time matches.
Very, very good match.
The wheels are spinning because I want to say a certain match, but I know I shouldn't.
You can say it. I mean, you can say him versus Shawn Michaels versus Vacant.
That's exactly where my head's at right now.
It's a great match. You can't, like, here's the deal. You can't erase history of it. You, like, OJ Simpson was a Heisman Trophy winner. You can't erase that.
Correct.
Like, that's the reality of it. I mean, dude, and in my journey through watching Disney movies, we just watched Lady and the Tramp like a month ago. There's a scene in that movie that does not age well. A lot of the movie Dumbo does not age well. But like, it's history. You can't erase the history of it.
Although to be fair though, you can lock it in a vault, like Song of the South, and just pretend like we never made it happen.
No, you can't ever pretend like it didn't happen because there's still VHS of it. It's the old saying, once it's on the internet, it doesn't matter if you delete it, it's still there.
Like WWE can, remember like when the network was a thing, like you couldn't search for the third man in that main event.
Correct.
Like you couldn't skip to that match, any match with him in it. But it's like the match is still there. Like it happened. Over the Edge 1999 still happened. Like, it is a thing. It is still there. Is that your answer, Mike?
No. I'm gonna go to 28, end of an era. The Hell in the Cell match between him and Taker with Shawn as the ref.
That's
I like how we both ended up on Triple H Undertaker matches at least.
Yeah.
I mean, there were three to choose from.
Those are the right two. I mean,
yeah.
Not that 27 was bad, but if you're gonna pick one of those later ones, 28's the one.
Yeah. But when they ran it back the next year, it made the one the year before feel very like, why did we
The
do
one
that
the year
again?
before is the one where like Taker fucking face planted on the mat after the match, right?
It's also the one where they destroyed Michael Cole's.
Yeah. But I think like that was the one where like they had him sitting on the apron
Yes, I think you're right. He just
and
fucking
like
falls and
and he
eats
just
it.
fucking face plant and you were like,
Did he
"Oh,
die?
oh, he did. He did."
Dead man dead.
Because then you didn't see him until the next year when he cut and he had his hair cut.
Yep.
So yeah, like I would still love to know what happened there. Like, was that planned? Was he just fucking adrenaline dumped or something that he couldn't stand up? But
My
yeah, that
legs don't work no more, boss.
they did not work no more. Um, but yeah, that's the game. Maybe I'll come up with some more names for like the last week before
I look very forward to Rodney DePiper
Rodney the Piper.
because I listened to 3CT tonight and you listed off different names.
I did. I made there may have been a couple repeaters, but
But yeah, Rodney DePiper was one that I was getting ready for.
I thought Tim and Mark got them wrong. Got the answer wrong.
Tim went with
Tim went with 3,
okay.
and I think Mark went with 3 as well. I mean, the
Yeah,
Adonis is great.
It's the match.
Eight. It's
Yes.
8. Yeah, 100%. It's Mania 8.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 is very good.
Oh, tremendous.
No, I'm the only 2 acceptable answers: Mania 8 or Mania 12. And Mania 12 makes more sense for Goldust.
Well, that's true.
No,
That is true.
but I mean, 3 is an acceptable answer if you're doing it draft style and you have the third pick.
Correct.
And the other 2 are gone. I'm not
Correct.
saying it's a bad pick. They didn't look up and go, we're going to go with WrestleMania 1 with him and fucking Paul Orndorff
Bring
versus
a WrestleMania 4 where he shoots the fire extinguisher at Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah, or 2 where he loses to fucking Mr. T in a boxing match.
Or
what's the one where he did blackface?
5, I think.
Bad News Bear or Bad News Brown.
Yeah.
Real question: is that available? Like, if you go on Netflix, can you watch that match?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because they had taken it out on Peacock for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I to be fair, I do not know. I have not gone on the Netflix to actually watch.
Yeah, I've not watched WrestleMania 5. I'm gonna get lost in WrestleMania 36 though after this. So maybe I'll get back to you later, Joe.
Heard.
Yeah, that was fun.
Cool.
All right, Wrestlers. Let's go, Joe. You lead it off, because if we don't have you lead off, I don't know that you'll have anyone.
I didn't watch any kind of wrestling this week. I don't know. Give me something.
All right, so Joe's gonna take, as I bring up the rusty trusty cagematch.com.
Yeah.
.net. Joe is gonna take the new number 1 contender for the AEW World Title, Twinkle Toes McFingerbang.
Sure, I'm cool with that.
He'll also take the still AEW Women's Champion. We don't know if she's a spider or what. Tekla.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
I figured those 2 were the 2 safest ones for Joe.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Joe, are you sticking around, or are you Irish exiting us?
I can wait for a few minutes.
All right, Jim.
New WWE Tag Team Champions Damian Priest and R-Truth.
That's a good team.
R-Truth has now held a title in his 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, by the way.
Did you hear that apparently Damian Priest didn't know they were going to win?
I did hear that.
I love that. I want that to be real.
Yeah, there aren't many things that I root for to be real. That's one.
That is one, for sure.
I'm going to go with the guy who won the New Japan Cup. Give me Callum Newman.
Let's see here. I will take still your Intercontinental Champion, Penta.
All right. Last but certainly not least, as I scroll through the week that was in professional wrestling,
It was a week that happened.
it was a long week.
It was a long week for everybody.
Good
Longer
God.
for you, but long for everybody.
Jesus. I'm ready for this week to be over. Can I go see the mouse yet?
I want you to go see the mouse.
Well, I'm getting on the train first thing in the morning.
You said that very seductively, Jim.
Not intentionally.
You go see that mouse.
Sometimes it
I know. I guess it happened a week ago. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the new CMLL World Heavyweight Champion Hechicero.
There we go.
Defeated Claudio Castagnoli.
Castagnoli.
Who apparently is going to wear a mask for the rest of his career. Have you seen this?
I thought that was just whenever he was over in CMLL.
Well, I don't know. I read something where he apparently made a statement that this was just going to be his new thing going forward.
I hope he does. I hope it has coffee on there.
It needs dollar signs on the side.
Well, he's a big coffee connoisseur, so from all my time of watching old friends up, down, down, Adam Cole and Bebe's.
Right.
He was a big coffee guy, so hopefully it has a coffee on there, because that'd be cool. All right, Joe, got anything you want to plug?
No, I mean, go check out the latest episode of the Joe Movie Podcast. I don't remember which one it is. But we'll be recording a new one on Sunday, so that's good. We'll be talking about Project Hail Mary, which was a really good movie.
Oh, okay.
You should go see that, and you will walk out loving one of the characters. That's all I will say.
Okay.
I think I can tell you right now, the next time I go to a movie theater will be WrestleMania weekend.
Okay. Are you gonna go? Okay, but wait, what's the next movie you'll go see in a movie theater?
No clue.
Not even Spider-Man?
I mean, honestly, it would probably be Spider-Man.
Okay.
If I had to guess, because I don't even know what's really coming. What else is big
Toy
that's
Story.
coming out?
Toy Story this summer for sure.
Toy Story 5, yeah.
Toy
I
Story.
think Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out before Toy Story 5.
I am ready to get destroyed emotionally again.
Honestly, I may take Jackson because he's big into Mario.
Oh, okay, the Mario movie.
I'm going to see Mario. I'm definitely.
That's coming out in like 2 weeks. So
that might be
Thursday.
Next week. Yeah, you're right.
That might actually be the next one.
I don't know if your guys' theaters down there are doing it, but I know my local theater has a bunch of like special popcorn buckets and shit for that one.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, the Cinemark does for every movie lately. There was a Melania bucket. I'm just saying.
Jesus.
Yeah, Super Mario. Probably.
I'm not even kidding about that. Is the sad part.
That'll probably be the next one, and then
I'll
probably
the popcorn bucket.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no.
I'm trying to see what other releases are coming out in the next couple weeks or the next month or two, because Stand By Me. What? No, I'm out. The Mummy. Super Mario's
the big one, probably.
Yeah.
Like
April
upcoming.
There's nothing else really that I know for sure until
the Marvel stuff, and then Toy Story. Yeah.
So I'm on boxofficemojo.com, and there's nothing that I'm really like dying to see through April 26th except for Mario.
Yeah.
Maybe there's this movie called Chow. It's an animated comedy, fantasy, romance. Maybe nope, that's definitely like a anime. Probably won't watch that.
I will say, if you're looking for a movie to watch at home, and it's not streaming on anything you already pay for, it's one of those video on demand, like you're paying $20 to rent it. But if you want to take a chance on something, the best movie I've seen so far this year is this movie called Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. and it has nothing to do with Kurt Cobain or Nirvana. It is one of the funniest, most inventive movies. So basically, these guys who have been doing a web TV show since like 2008 have decided to make a movie. And this movie is about them, their band, which is named Nirvana. It's not spelled the same way. There's two N's, three N's. Um, they are trying to get their band to play a show at this local, like Toronto club. What part of the joke is apparently it's the easiest club in the world to get a gig at, but they're trying to get their band booked there. And they decide that the way to do it is by using the science from Back to the Future to travel back to 2008. And the movie just goes from there. And I can't explain it without giving parts of it away, but it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, honestly.
I'm gonna ask you the $1 million question since you're the movie guy here.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to awful, how awful is Scream 7?
You know, I was like a 5. I actually didn't hate Scream 7. I didn't love it, but I'm a fan of the series, so like even a bad one, I'm still kind of like, all right, like it wasn't the worst thing.
Because I've heard I love the series, and I still don't know why they decided to do this.
Yeah, no, there were mistakes were made. But I'm not mad that it exists. I'm glad it made a butt ton of money because it means we'll get Scream 8. Hopefully, creatively, they'll learn lessons from Scream 7 and right the ship with Scream 8, you know?
So, I'm on Fandango's website. They have announced that they're doing WWE WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
The same day as Saturday nights, select theaters will be doing a special Saturday edition of Stranger Things Tales from '85, the animated.
Oh, the new animated.
Yep,
Oh, nice.
that's on Fandango's website. So
Nice.
anyone that's interested, it'll be showing the first 2 episodes according to what the preview says. So
Nice.
Jim, got anything you want to plug now that we've decided to derail this thing even longer?
Oh, all good. Discussions with Nobody dropped a new one a couple weeks ago. So go over and check that out. Dropped a new Huddle Up Observations last week as well. So you can head over and listen to that one. 3CT this week. It was just 3-man crew. Ryan and Matt were off. So it was me, Tim, and intern Mark. And we didn't get too out of control on the Thursday show. We actually talked quite a bit of wrestling. So
The Thursday show, I was
out.
impressed.
Tuesday show got a fun one coming out as well. You get to hear about a new guilty pleasure show that I brain rotted myself on this week. So that's a little teaser for you. But yeah, you can do that. Just hit the link tree in my social media at Big Jim Sports, Twitter, and Blue Sky.
You can follow me on Twitter at They Call Me Burn. Follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. If you're a friend of mine on Instagram, be prepared for a lot of photo dumps from the magical world of Disney. We will be back next week as we will be under 20 days from the grandest stage of them all. Hopefully, we'll be starting our March Madness bracket to determine the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. Check us out next week for Jim and Joe. I am Mike. We will see you right here on the Take 3 Wrestling Podcast.